sorry. It is the next day. I'm still working on bringing up all the yarn from my living room. So now it's time to turn around and see the yarn that's behind my desk, which it's also in front of my couch. So we can look at it from two different angles. So, yeah, let's go do that. I have a project that I'm working on. It's a Christmas tree skirt pattern. And I have made a lot of pieces just to perfect my numbers. So I have to bring all them up and bring they're in a, I finally bagged them up the other day because the stack of panels for the Christmas tree skirt was getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So that one's the easy one. I'm going to bring that one up first. But I need a lot of dedicated space for it. So I have some here. I think I'm going to move all of this variegated yarn to my variegated shelf. There is still a little bit of room in there. And then put my Christmas tree skirt pattern that I'm working on and put it all right here. Okay? So I'm going to move this real quick. And then let's go downstairs and go get a bag of a project. And not just yarn, but the project. Let's start with how good this area looks. The Christmas stuff has been put away. All the yarn's been taken out, the projects have been taken out, and all that's left is the books. So that looks pretty good, right? So this is the spot that is behind my desk. My desk is right here in the middle of the living room, okay? And there's the couch over there, my bookshelves. All of this. There is still more Christmas decorations here. There's books here, there's notebooks here, there's cat toys here. My fabric bin, which is the blue one right there. My current project that I'm currently working on today. And here's my Christmas tree skirt pattern. I'm going to grab this bag and this bag right here and take that upstairs, okay? Can we talk about cats for a second? Now, I love my cats. You guys know Arlo and Bandit. They've been in my videos often enough, right? I love them dearly. But Arlo and his fascination with yarn and the way he carries it around the house. Sometimes he gives me such a headache with it. So I bought this yarn before we knew Joann's was going out of business. But it was before I knew. So, it was like right after Christmas, I want to say. And check out this pretty ombre green that they have. They called it, it's big to its value, and the color is called Juniper Shrub. Okay? But they were selling it at Christmas time because it's a really good Christmas green color, right? So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 skeins of it, and I'm using it for my Christmas tree skirt pattern, and it is coming. Don't ask me in the comments. It is coming, and it will come out when I'm ready. So I have the panels made. I have 8 of them, okay, because I make 8 panels and then crochet them together to make a Christmas tree skirt. But there wasn't enough yarn in each skein to make 3 panels. I only got 2. I know somehow this turned into a project video. No, I only got 1.5 out of each skein, and I didn't like that, so I didn't want half and then have to change the way the colors come out by using a second skein because they're not all the same. So I used 1 skein for each panel with leftovers. And with the leftovers, Arlo would grab it and bring it up and drag it up the stairs in the middle of the night, leave it outside my bedroom door. All 8 skeins were looking like this. Okay? So now I'm sitting here and I want to put them on the shelf, but I'm trying to, see this? This is 2 skeins that got tangled together. So that is what my rant is about. I am so frustrated with Arlo. He's cute and he's adorable and I love him. I do, but this fascination that he has, and then he tangles it all up. So this is 2 skeins that are tangled together. and I do not want to deal with it right now. So I'm going to sit it right here where he can reach it on the bottom shelf and keep carrying it around the house. You're like, why don't I put it up on a higher shelf? Because if I put it up on a higher shelf, he'll climb up on the higher shelf and then knock everything over just to get this particular yarn. For whatever reason, he loves this yarn. So I'm going to ask my husband if he can spend some time untangling that for me. So check out the panel, see how the colors are working up in this, where it goes from the lighter shades into the darker. It's coming out really pretty. I think it's going to look fabulous when I crochet it all together. Oh, I think that's only 6 panels. Okay, so it's 6 skeins of yarn that I have, not 8. I had to go out and get more because I make 8 panels for each tree skirt. And thankfully I got there before they went out of business, and I did get some more of that juniper shrub. I had got the last of what they had on the shelf. They had 5 more skeins of it, and I had bought that just, I don't know, a couple weeks ago. So I was lucky enough. I was able to save 3 skeins from Arlo that I wrapped up. Okay. And 1 that is still intact for the most part, and then 2 that are completely tangled up. And then 1 that's full of cat slobber. Ugh. Actually, I think this is the little bit that I cut off because it was full of cat slobber. So there is 1 bag that is empty. Okay, the other bag, this big one, it is full of non-traditional Christmas colors. I've done some yellow. I might have done a pink one because I can just see like 8 panels of yellow in a tree skirt underneath of a tree, looking like a flower, maybe like a dandelion or a sunflower, and just go the non-traditional route with it. I think it would be so much fun. So I have to pull all that stuff out. I hope you guys don't mind the weird angle. Yeah, I got some golden yellow, golden mustard yellow, medium to dark shade of pink, soft white from Red Heart Super Saver that I'm crocheting the panels together with. So here's 1 skirt that's already done. And check out this little border I put on it, a little picot border. I've got this pink one where I have crocheted the panels together, but I haven't done the trim and the edge and the little picot border at the bottom. So that should be in my project pile because I need to finish that one. And that goes in my project pile because it's actually done. I crocheted a star applique to maybe put some decorations on the tree skirts, and I did it in this brown color. And then I did little ornaments. Now let's see, the crochet star, that is somebody else's pattern. I have to find the link on my computer because I have it in my bookmarks. But the ornaments, that's just me playing around with yarn. There we go. See, there's a pink panel. And I've got red. Different shade of red. A grassy fern green. I think it is called fern green. I've got 2 of emerald green or Kelly green. Medium green. Oh, I got this one. This is this teal or is it blue? What did they call it? It's real teal from Red Heart Super Saver. I thought this would be really cute. Put some snowflakes on there. And I'll have a more of a winter vibe than a Christmas vibe. Yeah, and then I made 2 light blue ones. What blue is it? It is still Red Heart Super Saver. It's in Aruba Sea. And I thought these two colors would go really well together for a snowflake theme or snowmen, right? More red. More red. Look how cherry red that is. Fire engine red. It's pretty. There is buttercup yellow, the mustard yellow. Now I'm not putting these together. It's just I wanted to see it in a darker shade of yellow. And then I've got this gold color. Of course, orange for a jack-o'-lantern for, you know, some people put up trees at Halloween and they decorate it with Halloween decorations. And then I've got these tan or beige ones. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. I think they're 2 different yarn companies. I was just pulling random yarns out of my stash downstairs, and while they look similar in the dark of 8 o'clock at night, when you're looking at them in the bright light of the daytime, you can tell they're actually 2 different shades of 2 different yarn companies. Then let's see, we've got some warm medium brown, some more grassy green, some darker green, more of an olive shade, and then I've got this lime green. Oh, this is fantastic. I love this. 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 6 of those, but I've got more of this yarn to make 2 more. I thought this would be really neat underneath of a Christmas tree. So, and then in the bag is all the yarn that I've been using for this project. So I can keep going and make more panels. You can see that the panel making for me is lots of fun. That's why I kind of went overboard. There must be, what, 30 of them sitting here? So I have to take all of these panels and try to make them all fit on this shelf here. Yeah, I'll have to put them separately. Put the panels in a pile and the corresponding yarn in a different shelf. Okay, so that's a lot of moving around. I'm going to turn the camera off for now, okay? Okay, so there are the 2. That one is completely finished. One needs more of trim and border. Those are my non-traditional colors there. We've got the green ones all tucked in there. That was the one I was just working on the other day, so I left them in there by themselves. Red and pink, and then the white that I trim it with. More tans and browns at the bottom there. All the green yarns in there. All the random colored yarns in there. Okay, so that is 2 bags empty, and I'm going to take those bags and throw them away, because I don't want the bags in my house anymore. And then we're going to go see what else we can move out of that pile. Okay? And everybody say hello to Arlo. He's already wanting to come in and investigate all the yarn I put away. Hi, baby. Say hello. Yeah, you go on, find your green yarn that you love. See? He's sniffing it. He knows exactly where it is. Look at that. He's like, I know this yarn. It smells like me because I already chew on it. You are so bad. Oh, yeah, right there. Come on, let's go downstairs and go get some more stuff. Okay, so what's next? My current project that I'm making with Lion Brand ice cream yarn. This is the last ball of Lion Brand ice cream yarn that my Joann's had before they went out of business. I found it on the shelf. It was the only one there. Twin Berry Cheesecake. And see, it wasn't not really on sale. I still paid over $5 for it, but it was the last ball of yarn there. So I bought it. I'm not putting it upstairs yet because this is my Lion Brand ice cream sprinkles yarn blanket, and the blanket is done. I just have yarn tails that I need to sew in. So that's going on my couch. And then this is my other Lion Brand ice cream yarn blanket. That I'm going to sit on the couch because it's my current work in progress. So anything Lion Brand related is staying down here. It's not going upstairs. You don't want it to get lost in the shuffle up there. Let's see, here's my spider stitch blanket that my husband and I use on the couch, especially when we had that power outage. Here's my rainbow waffle blanket, which should be on the couch because of that power outage. Okay, well, that actually cleared up a big spot. That cleared up a big spot. Okay, right in there. Alright, so what's next on this pile? So still, see, my desk is there. This is my first crocheted blanket from Jada and Stitches. These are my patchwork squares. I'm trying to get them organized so I can get them together and make a blanket out of them. So I'm still working on that. And then there's a project there that I can take upstairs because I haven't touched that in weeks, if not months. So that grocery bag right there from Aldi's, I'm going to take that upstairs. Okay, so I changed my mind. I did bring my patchwork squares up here. And then this bag here, yeah, they're patchwork squares too. But what I'm doing with this one is, I'm actually using a bigger hook. For my other patchwork squares, I used an F, which is a 3.75 millimeter. And this is a G, which is a 4.0 millimeter. This is also a hook I found at Hobby Lobby, so I was also testing out the hook. And it also has paler colors that are more my new color style and preference these days. So that's a completely different project that I never even told you guys I was working on. There's my patchwork squares. I've been separating them by old time scratchy yarn and new like satiny feel yarn. That's why I had the baggies. Alright, so let's go see what that spot behind my desk looks like now. It's still a mess. But this is my paperwork from my desk, books, and various other office space, because I don't have a legitimate office space in my house. My office is in the middle of the living room. And books that need to go on my shelf. So my next spot when it's time is over there, because I've got yarn to the left of my desk. And everything that's in that cabinet right there, I'm going to be taking that upstairs. But that's not for today. I'm out of energy for today, and it's really late in the day anyway. I think it's like almost 4 o'clock. So that's it for this part of the, hey, let's go find all of my yarn and put it in one spot video. I think I'm up to like day 20 with this. I've been filming for a month and a half now. And you guys haven't even seen any of it, and I haven't even told you about any of it, but I'm getting there. And thank you guys for coming along with me. I'll see you later. Bye. Okay, my friends. Sorry. So that was day 16 of trying to sort and organize all my yarn and getting it all out of the living room. Today is Friday, July 4th. Okay? So you're talking 2 months ago, 2.5 months ago. Since I have finished filming that back in March 20th, okay? I don't have any yarn in my living room, and my desk has been redone because I bought a new desk and to stop using the kitchen table. So, I'm currently working on a project, and it's actually sitting behind me, so I'm not keeping yarn at my desk. I'll bring it down and I'll work on my project during the day, and then I bring it up and put it away. This way my living room is no longer full of yarn and any other spots in my house. Okay, so then what's coming up next is day 17. I've only got 2 clips for day 17. It was filmed back on March 22nd. I'm not sure where it's going because I haven't watched it yet. So I checked the files in my computer, and I have up to day 16, 17, I've got 18, 19, 20, and 21 in my computer. I stopped filming in the middle of April, or towards the end of April. And then I haven't actually filmed any more sorting and organizing videos since April because I kind of got stuck. So I will do an intermission video to let you guys know about how I got stuck, why I got stuck, and what I've been doing to get out of being stuck. I know I've been getting some comments. I know that the camera work is making some people feel a little queasy, a little seasick. I'm sorry for that. Where I'm filming upstairs, there is no place to put a tripod. There's no foot room, and I'm sorry, I might be a short person, but I've got big feet. I need a lot of room for my feet, and I've just got no place for a tripod. So I'm sorry. I am trying to cut out, when I do edits, I'm trying to cut out all that movement from the camera. So the parts that are still in there, I'm sorry, but thank you for watching anyway. You can always just put me on in the background and just listen to me ramble. Okay, you don't actually have to watch my camera movement. So, I was just letting you know, that was day 16. We're moving into day 17. They were filmed back in March 20th and March 22nd. But today's July 4th. So, thank you guys for hanging around with me and sticking with it. I'm really happy with the progress that I've been making. Yeah, I've been really happy with the progress that I did make before I stopped, before I got stuck, because it is making it easier for me to find the yarn that I want, and for when I do get inspired, because if you guys have been watching my videos, you know my crochet, my weekly wrap-up, that I'm making a blanket for a 17-year-old that told me that she's never had her own blanket, that because I was inspired to make one for her, I've been able to find all the yarn that I wanted to use for it. And I'm using up what's in my stash, which was the whole goal of all this sorting and organizing. So it is working for me. You know, and I'm happy with that. So, anyway, on to day 17, and I will catch you guys later. Hello, my crochet friends. Do you remember when I said I was going to start working on the yarn to the left of my desk and in the cabinet so I can take it upstairs? I have to change that. I have some yarn actually behind my desk on the other side. So we're going to take that because it's quick and easy and take it upstairs. There's a bag right there, a bag right there, and some loose yarn sitting right there. So this is the back side of my desk. Please do not judge. I know it's a mess. Let's carry this upstairs and go put this on the shelf. Here's the ball of yarn that Arlo carried down this morning. I picked it up off the floor, put it here so I can get it upstairs. And again, don't look at the cat litter box. Alright, so where did he get this off the shelf? Right down there. See how he was digging in there. Cat's gonna be the death of me someday. Okay, alright. So, let's see. This is Vanna's Choice. I do have a shelf for Vanna. Right there. And here we go. Hirschners. Do have a spot for all my Hirschner stuff. Perfect. Now, this stuff. This was one of my the last official shopping trip at Joann's. And I bought a reusable bag that's Easter themed. I bought it because it was pink and cute. So I have more of this Big Twist Value in this pink ombre color. I have it set aside for Christmas in July that I'm working on in the non-traditional colors. So I'm going to sit this with the project that it goes with, which is sitting right here in this bin. So I'm actually going to take the whole bag and just sit it right up on top. There we go. Easy peasy. And found a cat toy on the inside. See if Arlo wants to play with it. Nah. Maybe. You gonna say hello? Good. Show everybody how you talk. Alright, so let's see what is in this bag here. Oh, you know what this is? I was going through what yarn stash I had downstairs, and I was picking out all the red colors and the green colors so I can make tree skirts. So, Burnett Super Value, some Loops and Threads Impeccable, some Red Heart with Love. Oh. Red Heart Super Saver in the color Primary that I found at the thrift store, which can go right there on my variegated shelf. Haha. What else do I like? Oh. Red Heart Super Saver in Jumbo, and it's the speckle that they have. And some random patchwork squares. Was I doing patchwork squares to see if I can do a Christmas thing with them. Alright, so I need 2 hands to get into this bag, and I'm going to find some place to put all this. So it looks like I have some patchwork squares in here. I did 3 in the Red Heart Super Saver Primary color, plus a traditional granny square. So I'm going to leave them here on this shelf, which is a project shelf, but it's also my patchwork squares and variegated yarn, because I actually have more patchwork squares and variegated yarn downstairs, so it's not all in one spot yet. So same with the speckles. I'm going to leave this here and the skein there. Hopefully they don't fall down. Sorry. There is 2 corner to corner squares in here, so I'm going to sit that because that's all part of the same project. Now these, they are green and red with sparkles. I think I was working on a Christmas project, so that is actually in my room in a bin. So we're going to take all of these and stick them in my room. Yeah, that bin right there has Christmas colored squares in it. So there they go. So there we go, my friends. More yarn that has been put away that was just randomly sitting downstairs in the living room around my computer desk. So what we would like to do today is build my new desk. Move my old desk out of the way. Put my computer on the new desk. So that's why I'm cleaning up some yarn that's around my desk. Will we get to that part today? I don't know. Because it takes me it feels like a long time to put the yarn away. If I do anything else yarn and crochet related today, I will let you know.